What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm at SEMA in Las Vegas, and over the years I've noticed a trend little by little that SEMA has slowly grown from mostly, street cars and performance cars with a little off-road section to becoming basically half off-road vehicles now. I mean, the off-road vehicle market has exploded over the years, and overlanding has taken the US by storm, and to the point now where they have an entire section at SEMA dedicated to overland. They call it the Overland Experience. So now they have a collection of all the overland products all in one spot under one tent for the most part. There's still more spread out, but they have a big section of just overland products. So you know me, I love overlanding. I love this kind of stuff, all these products. So we're gonna walk around and just kind of maybe possibly film every single product in this booth. So let's go ahead and see what we can see. This is basically top of the line for hiker trailer though. That is nice. They got the heavy duty frame, heavy duty suspension. This is new for them. The slide out for the electric fridge, power box. I'm assuming there's propane in there too. This is not a nice touch. There's a cargo rack on the top, so you can still stack stuff up here as well. I really like this. Screen door. That's a big deal. The one that I rented didn't have a screen door, but I absolutely have to have a screen door on all campers now after camping without one. This is cool. On the higher end models, they have underfloor storage. Put your guns in there. LED lights, cubby holes. You got a vent. That one, I don't know if it's powered or not. I think it's powered. Yeah, it looks like it's powered. That is so cool. And these guys, of course, if you don't know these guys, they're known for just being simple. Just a couch cushion that you can make into a bed. Go to sleep. Just that simple. No TVs, no radios, no nothing in there. Just LED lights and a bed, which is awesome. Oh, look at that. Airbag suspension. Nice. Trailing arm with airbag suspension. So this thing can probably get loaded up pretty good. I like the matching Black Rhino wheels. That's nice. Look at that. Perfectly matching. Of course, flat fenders so you can put gear and whatnot on top like a table. This is cool. On the higher end models, they have it built out. You got all these attachment points for lashing stuff. Here's your stabilizer jacks. They got mounts for extra fuel. LEDs out here. There's another cool thing about hiker trailer. They got this simple cargo area here, but this part here can either be open, where you could put your feet here if you were 8 feet tall. Shaquille O'Neal could sleep in here if he wanted to, because his feet could go all the way back here if you wanted to. See that? From all the way here, all the way from top to back. Or you can design it to where it's closed, like you see here. So open or close, and you can even ask them to make it removable if you want to make it to where you can use it closed sometimes or open it sometimes. It's kind of cool how it's configurable. And then this is a deeper shelf here too for just whatever. Some people have a lot of built-in stuff. This is just open and you put it the way you want it. The door opens off to the side. That's kind of nice, which is nice because when it opens to the side, you could use the Rhino rack to open around the Batwing cover there. That Batwing is cool too. When I get my rig, I'm gonna have to have a Batwing. That's just a must. And look at this. So not only does it go all the way around over there, but they got this extension on this side, so it's basically just a regular awning on this side. So you get a lot of coverage. Here's that pressurized hot water, so you can take a shower or clean up. This is beautiful, man. I love this thing. One of my favorite trailers out there as far as like micro camper trailer goes. This model here is not as cheap as the entry-level models. I think their entry-level models are like $3 grand. This is probably closer to 20, but they're all in the 20 or more price range when you get this level of amenities and features. Look at the Jeep. That's nice. Matching colors, matching wheels, matching suspension, matching Batwing. He's got a Batwing on that and a Batwing on this. So this is like a rolling expedition vehicle. You could go anywhere with this thing and have all the food, power, and everything you need. Shower, beds, everything, man. You got everything you need here. And a rooftop tent on the Jeep as well. It's so awesome. You got a family of 5 or 6, you could sleep everybody in this little package right here. That's so cool. And you can go anywhere. Some of the big vans, you can't go places with the big vans, but this you can go pretty much anywhere. And the trailer will follow you anywhere the Jeep will go. Very cool. So right next to Hiker is a Ford Ranger. By the way, the Ford Ranger is making a big comeback in the US if you haven't noticed. Tacomas and other small trucks, you know, Colorados, those are really dominating the market. And Ford had went away. Now they're coming back with the Ranger again. These have been out for a couple years now, but I like them. They're even coming out with a Ranger Raptor. So pretty cool deal. I think these are already on sale around the world globally. RSI Smart Canopy Evo, that's what it's called. Here's something cool about this truck cap that you may not know. For one, it's from South Africa, not Australia. South Africans are slowly starting to come into the US because they've seen the success with the Australian market coming out here. And I was talking to the rep and he was saying, yeah, you know, these guys from South Africa approached them when they were talking about doing this project, and they said, we got something for you guys to take to SEMA. And sure enough, they gave them this to put on this vehicle. And this is kind of unique because for one, it flips out. I've never seen that before. But also too, this cap does not ship in this configuration. It unlike any other truck caps that are hard to ship, this one ships in a flat box, or relatively flat box, because it's disassembled. It's stainless steel too as well. It's not aluminum or just sheet metal. It's actually stainless steel. And then you take it out of the box and then you start bolting it together. If you look inside, you see the bolts there and the bolts there. You actually assembled this thing into a truck cap. So the shipping is a lot easier since it's coming from South Africa. That's cool. And then of course, like I said earlier, you get the side access, so you can still reach gear that's way in the back. You can still reach it. And then of course you could reach the stuff out in the front. How much is something like this going to go for, ballpark price, do you know? Just the cap itself, do you know?
The base cap is $3,000 to $4,000.
That seems about right since it's coming from South Africa, yeah. And it's stainless steel. Yeah. So $3 to $4 grand roughly. You could probably check it out online and get the real prices, but it's going to be a little bit more. It's more of a premium product because it is, you know, coming from out of the country, and of course stainless steel. That's cool. You got the deck system here too. That's nice. So everything's organized and locked in. These deck systems are really durable. I mean, you could, if you didn't have this cap on here, you could probably park a motorcycle on top of these things. They're super strong. That's nice. Right next to the Ford booth, they got another Ford. This is another Ford Ranger, obviously built by ARB to showcase their stuff. Now, this thing's nice, man. Look at that. ARB bumper, ARB lights. Check out this new jack. It's like a futuristic high lift jack. You could hook it on any hard point on your bumper and then just start jacking it up. Got that extension for soft ground. That's nice, man. These guys really know what they're doing, man. They've been doing it for a long time. ARB definitely is leader in the game for sure. Look at that snorkel. I'd probably flip it around the other way though, for me personally. They got their own ARB tracks, extraction tracks, making their own now. That's cool. Thule rack in the back. I like this awning, real simple. Just enough to get the sun off you or the rain off you. Organizing your cooking gear. ARB fridge. I mean, it's like ARB everything back here. You got a mountain bike and a stand-up paddleboard on top. Look at this. If you don't want a rooftop tent, how about a tent made out of an awning? That's cool. You're still sleeping on the ground, but you're out of the elements. You're out of the rain, out of the sun, and probably out of the wind too for the most part. It's really lightweight, but it's enough to get you sleeping relatively comfortable. And it's compact, you know. If you don't have the option for a rooftop tent, this is probably the next best option if you're gonna sleep on the ground. That's nice. Check this out. So I learned this from Patriot Campers, but that's a swag in Australia, or a ground tent. But ARB makes their own little swag, and what it is a tent with ribs, so you can kind of still stay sheltered, but still have a little personal space in there. That's nice. Made by ARB. Looks like it's thick too. Oh yeah, that's some really thick canvas. It's almost like a Carhartt work jacket, but a tent. That's cool. Well, here's a trailer for the guys that want to go super minimalistic as far as tiny. This thing is a really tiny adventure trailer. Very small, fits in your garage obviously. Even a one-car garage this will fit inside there. Really tiny, but it's enough to carry all your gear. Cargo space in the bottom for all your stuff. Nothing to really write home about. Basic. I'm sure you can configure it any way you want. And then a rooftop tent on top. It flips open. This one's by Free Spirit. That's nice. You got a bed off the ground, keep you off the mud, off the snow, away from the spiders and snakes and all that stuff. Simple, compact, and ready to go at a moment's notice. You could leave this all packed up in your garage, and when it's time to hit the road, boom, back up and roll out in about 5 minutes. I know a lot of you guys have seen this on Instagram and probably on my channel as well. Antsy Shanty. These guys make a cargo trailer to carry your motorcycles, ATVs, canoes, whatever, stand-up paddleboards, whatever. You carry it all inside, and when you get to where you're going, boom, you can pop the top up, and it's a hard pop-up. It's like a hard shell, hard roof pop-up. No one else that I know of is doing a cargo trailer like that. And this one's the pro model that they were talking about, and I'm finally getting to see it in person. So really cool to see the pro model out here. I'm actually going to get a full detailed review with Luke tomorrow, but I'm just going to kind of fly around this one today just to kind of give you guys a sneak peek of what's coming. But essentially, yeah, I mean, this one's basically all done up, man. You got the wraparound tent, and then inside, of course, the Pro is going to come with a bunch of stuff that we didn't see at Overland Expo. There's a look at that really tall roof inside with the bunk bed setup you can do, or you can make it a table. But yeah, that's the biggest selling point with this thing, is that it has a crazy tall roof in there and tons of sleeping space in here, and it's configurable the way you want to do it. And it's all aluminum, and again, hard-sided, hard-top roof. That's just cool. So whatever wind, whatever rain, whatever snow builds up on this thing, it's not going to affect it, man. You are snug as a bug, man, inside this thing. It's very protected. And of course, it protects you from the animals too, because it's hard shell. It's not a tent on the ground. You're protected. That is awesome. Look at this thing. I see a lot more Lexus out on the road now, because they make good off-road vehicles. I mean, believe it or not, I know it's a high-end vehicle, but they make rock-solid off-road vehicles, man. Toyota, it's basically a Toyota. And it's nice to see this setup out here in the Overland section. This is the thing that's nice about this rack, is you can carry a buttload of bikes, plus if you need quick access to the back of your SUV, you could slide it out. Oh, and it locks too. That's cool.
Yeah, you just don't want to drive away like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can lock it so even if you're on an incline, it's not going to swing back.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then to put it back, super simple, right? Unlock it. Look at that. It all goes right back.
And you also have to come and do the final security.
There we go. That makes it more, increases the strength on it.
Yeah, the pin actually has a locking cord on it as well. So it's
you can put a lock on it. Yeah. That's cool. Very cool. What's the name of this setup here? You have a name for it?
yeah, so this is the hangover, the actual bike rack itself.
Yeah, they call it the hangover.
Yeah, there's a 4 and a 6 bike version. This is the 4. You can use the hangover 4 with the backswing, which the backswing is just a different mount that a lot of people like. Is it kind of gives some space, like the gentleman earlier was just talking about his spare tire in the back of his vehicle. He likes that just because he can literally just have that space he needs.
Yeah.
And also just the ability to open up your hatch if you need to.
Nice. I like this because I have 3 kids and a wife. Yeah. And I've packed a ton of bikes on my crappy bike rack that I have. I'm not going to say the brand, but I feel like that thing's going to break off at any second because it's not really, I don't think it's really designed like this one is. This is beefy for sure. I like that.
Yeah, I think I think the biggest variable here is the importance of the hitch receiver and how you.
Yeah.
Because I've seen just a lot of custom. They'll pick up a hitch receiver from just
off the internet or something. Yeah.
And they'll install it themselves. That's something we can't control.
Yeah. It's not gusseted right. Yeah.
We can't test everybody's custom receiver. But if it's
factory, you're good to go.
Yeah. So that's how we test. And
cool.
Just like anything else, any type of rack or roof rack.
Yeah. Right on. Well, ballpark price on this, if guys are watching this video, what would they expect to pay?
$299 for the back swing, which is the
just the hitch part.
Exactly.
$299.
And then for the bike rack, this is $699.
$699 for the bike rack.
We also have a 6-bike version, which you cannot use the back swing with.
Oh, okay.
Due to our testing.
Check out this Jeep Gladiator. Of course, there's a ton of these out here, but this one's really cool because you got to look closer and see what they got going on here. Basically, the part that really catches my eye is this truck bed rack system, this cargo rack system in the back. If you look at it, I mean, it's got a lot of modularity going on back here. That's cool. I mean, it already has a bike rack set up, so you can carry your mountain bike. And then he's got like these attachment points. Almost kind of reminds me of Keymod or M-Lock, you know, in the firearms world. It's got like that kind of system where you can put mounts anywhere you want. That is really smart. I like that. And then, of course, it's bolted together. So I'm assuming you can build this up to any custom size you want. If you want it matching your roof, you can do that. If you want it higher or lower, go low profile, you could do that as well. And then there's all kinds of cool attachments on the inside I can see there, but he's got a high lift jack strapped on here or bolted on here. Roto packs for fuel, LEDs, obviously the bike. And then you got a rooftop tent that's not on the roof. It's actually on a tray. And that tray actually is on a swivel, so if your vehicle is off camber on a trail or on a hillside or something, you could still adjust your tent to be level when you go sleep in it. That is cool. I guess you can kind of see it right here. See the tray right there? It's on a swivel right there. There's a bolt in the middle. And then you can level out your tent tray, I guess you call this, because it's not really on the roof. That's cool. I like that. That's again, a design I hadn't seen before. So once this tent is all packed up into like a pancake size, you slide it into your truck bed. So your tent is not on the roof. It's inside your bed. I've never seen a tent fit inside the back of a bed before. You see the those wheel rollers. They look like rollerblade kind of wheels. It slides in. That is cool, man. I've never seen anything like that before. And then once it's in, you can open up your truck bed here and still stow a bunch of gear underneath, tons of gear underneath. You probably use a deck system under there, I'm sure. Actually surprised that they didn't work with those guys to show it off. It's cool, right? Love it. See what I mean by like Molly system? It's like a metal version of Molly. You could put anything you want on here. He's got a shovel. It's some kind of badass shovel too. I like it. He's got another mountain bike back here. Got a kayak up there. Look at that. That is just cool, man. I think the only thing you have to watch out for is with this many bolts. See all these bolts? You got to make sure you use Loctite, or else this thing's gonna vibrate loose. But if you do your job, I'm sure you can make it nice and strong. He's got the top popped off. KC lights. Again, more people are going with that classic circle setup than the light bars we used to see back in the past. Look at those LED daytime running lights. Warren winch, of course. Warren, king of the winch business. Stubby bumper. Icon wheels, Icon suspension. That is nice. Wow. So once again, another product that you wouldn't really notice anything special about it until you got right up on it and looked at it closely. So we got a Land Cruiser, which is freaking awesome, by the way, but we'll talk about that later. And then you got an adventure trailer in the back, which doesn't really knock your socks off at first because you've seen 1,000 of these adventure trailers, but this one's unique. This one's different. Something is different here. Can you see it? Let me move over here. Maybe you can see it more over here. It's skinny, it's tiny, it's compact. It's not a full-size adventure trailer like you would normally see the same width of your vehicle. It's actually very narrow and small and compact, yet packed with a bunch of stuff. I wish I could see what this thing looks like when it's all buttoned up, but essentially look how narrow this is. This thing is maybe 3 feet wide. It's very narrow, not much wider than the spare tire itself. You got a battery just like you would normally have. Pop out tray here to work, do your cooking and stuff like that. Stove. I like the fenders, nice big fenders, so you can use those as steps or tables. Stabilizer jacks built in. You just screw them down. Torsion bar suspension, pretty simple. Stamped steel wheels. Here's a slide out for your electric fridge. Here's a cool thing. Just a general purpose cargo area right in the middle there between your refrigerator and this cargo area. On top, like a stamped steel cargo tray, again for more gear. Just strap it all down, maybe use some bungees or nets. On the back there's a 2-inch hitch to carry bikes, which that's exactly what they're doing. Look at that. Here's a good shot of how narrow that is. See how narrow that overall trailer is? It's really narrow. That's cool. Full-size spare. Again, more of the big fenders. I like the slots on here because then you could use these to tie ropes onto. They didn't have to do that, but they did. That's nice forward thinking. There goes your cargo area access in the back. Just general purpose, whatever you want to put. You can put whatever you want back there. And then here's the cool thing. There's like these braces that go up to a rooftop tent. And even the rooftop tent is kind of small. This is a Thule/Tepui rooftop tent with an awning over there. Tiny. It's almost like a one-person tent. I like it. I'm sure you can fit 2 people, but the way I'm looking at it, it looks like it's a really comfortable one-person tent. And then, of course, here's the big boy over here. This one will fit 2, maybe even 2 and a kid. That's nice. By the way, this is by Taxa Outdoors. The guys that make, they make other camper trailers, micro camper trailers. This one's an adventure trailer though. The other ones you sleep inside. This one's more of a rooftop tent adventure trailer by Taxa. That's cool. I should have known it was Taxa because this door kind of reminds me of their other stuff that they have. That's nice, and it says Taxa right there. You see something at SEMA you never seen before. I was just admiring your trailer, by the way. It's awesome.
How'd you know it was Taxa?
It says it right there, yeah. No, I remember the design of that door too. It kind of reminds me of the other stuff you guys got. But I was just mentioning in the video, I was like, I see a ton of this kind of stuff. Yeah. But your guys is different because it's so thin and small. That's kind of cool how compact it is.
That's the idea. We try to make it, very light, very easy to pull behind the vehicle. It didn't block any of your obstructional view out.
Yeah, it must make it easier when you're driving. You can see right out the back.
You don't need wider mirrors or anything like that to be able to see. It's low enough where you can see out the back window if you don't put anything between the top riser and the top. So this top tent, when you pull down, it's high, but through the rear view window.
Oh, I see.
Straight to the back.
Ah, I didn't even notice that.
See the vehicle right behind you.
So when you're driving, they literally designed this so you could see through here. It's a see-through. You can see right over your.
You can load that with equipment as well. I mean, there's so many holes in it that you can tie anything down anywhere you want to. But ideally, that if you've just got the rooftop tent, everything else is inside in the back of the truck. Yeah, you can see through it. But that'll hold a full-size kayak underneath there.
Oh yeah, you could slide a kayak right through here, huh?
Correct.
Yeah. I like that. What kind of ballpark pricing are we looking at something like this?
The base model is $9,200.
Oh yeah, it was on the paperwork there. Yeah, that's right. Cool.
The tent, the awning, the bike rack, those are extras.
All extras. Yeah. Cool. Right on. Where are you guys based out of?
Houston, Texas.
Oh, okay. U.S. made right here in Texas. Right on. Let's talk about this Land Cruiser here. So he's got aftermarket bumper, which is kind of nice. It's simple, clean. It's got a cool ladder going up to the top. Unfortunately, this one has a rooftop tent, so you really can't access anything with this ladder, but it still looks cool. It's bolted on there too. High left jack, spare tire, fuel. I like these slider windows on these old Land Cruisers, man. That's cool. My sister-in-law and my brother-in-law both had this exact model in Hawaii. I think one of them still has them. Huge tent up top. Fuel wheels, Falcon tires. Got a tube bumper, nothing crazy over the top. He doesn't even have a winch on this one. It's just a simple tube bumper. And here's the thing about these Land Cruisers, this series Land Cruisers, they have solid axles. So this is the model just before they switched over to independent suspension. But yeah, nice. Got a snorkel, an awning, really nice. And then of course, the Taxa adventure trailer on the back. So we've seen big, humongous vehicles, trucks and vans and SUVs, but now they have Overland side-by-sides. That's cool. So this is for the guy that just absolutely has to get into the tightest, smallest areas of the backwoods where trucks and vans just can't go. Side-by-sides can go on a lot of trails, man, that regular vehicles can't go. Even Jeeps can go places Jeeps can't go because they're so narrow and small and lightweight. But let's take a look at this one. So this is a Can-Am BRP HD10 Defender Pro is what it's saying. Four-wheel drive. It's got a winch with a little push bumper, LED lights up there. Off-road wheels, obviously, with the big knobbies. It's got a roof rack up here. That's nice, so you can carry some gear up there. It's got more LEDs inside. Pretty much stock in here. Just your 3-row seating. You can actually seat 3 people up here. The oh shit bar, speedo, a couple switches, nets to keep your arms from getting ripped off going down the trail. The doors on these open suicide style, like that. Everything's rubberized so you can spray it out. Got some cargo racks in the doors. And then this one has the truck bed in the back. So normally there'd be like a spot here for a person to sit, but this one's configured for a truck. You got a spare there. You got your Thule rack system. This is actually at the Thule booth at SEMA. And it holds a Tepui tent up top, so you can sleep 2 people up there. Very nice. Look at these things. I've never seen these before. This is cool. Link. Never heard of these guys. So this is a new idea when it comes to fuel. I've never seen this. It's got a handle, almost like luggage. Almost looks like luggage. Here's your fill cap right there. And then apparently it just bolts on in the back. Yeah, there's like bolts in the back. And then here's one that's more like just a cargo box. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. Something new. And then they got a 2-inch receiver back here to hold bikes. Of course, a Thule bike rack. Looks really beefy. Looks like you can really go fast off-road without breaking it. I like it. This truck bed rack looks like it's adjustable. You can slide it forwards or backwards and lock it down with these knobs. And then you can put all kinds of stuff on here. Bolt stuff onto it. This one has a awning. It's not put up, but got an awning on here. That's a cool little overlanding side-by-side. So I'm at the Thule booth at SEMA in Las Vegas, and they got all kinds of cool products for outdoor people. For one, that Mercedes Sprinter van is just kick-ass. 4x4 off-road high-top Sprinter van. Let's kind of look at that first. And this is the hub of everything. You got a bed in the back. It's kind of like a bunk bed kind of deal. Up top is where you sleep. And then on the bottom is your garage for all your toys, mountain bikes, whatever, ATVs. And then there's a pass-through. So if you want to put something long through there, like skis or maybe I don't know what, something long that can fit through there, you can put it through there. Full-size spare. Not only does he have the high top van, but he has a rooftop tent as well. So if you got 2 people sleeping here, you can put 2 more kids up top. They probably love that too because it's way up there like a tree house. That is awesome. It's way up there, man. It's nuts. Let's go walk around this thing. Black Rhino wheels. He's even got rock sliders on this thing, man. That's a big ass rock slider. Look at these cutouts in the windows. This model is not a sliding door. This is just a panel, but they did put a glass window there so you can get access. There's your pre-filter kind of deal. You see those a lot in the desert. It's like a cyclone pre-filter. Oh, look at this C8 tuned front bumper. Man, that thing is a beast. Woo! That thing looks like you can plow through a cow. If there's a cow on the highway, you can plow through them and just destroy them. Factor 55 link, Baja Design LEDs. Got Thule headlights. I didn't even know Thule made headlights. Wow. Rack system up there. This is nice, man. And then of course, here's all their little products. Thule organizer box. Thule bag. Yeti. Check out this backpack. So if you're an adventurous type family and you want to take your kids hiking, you store your baby back there. And then when you get tired, you can put the baby down with these little kickstands. That's cool. And then here's a badass stroller. You want to be the baddest parent on the block with the most coolest stroller ever? Go to Thule, man. That is wild. You can go off-roading with your kid. I like it. So here's a cool Jeep Rubicon. It's not a Gladiator, believe it or not. But yeah, this one's built by Rugged Ridge, and it's got a lot of cool parts. You got to stop and check them out to really appreciate what they got going on here. So I like these fenders. Look at these fenders. They're like stealth bomber fenders with the angles. I mean, armored up, man. This guy's got this thing armored up. Even the lights are protected, the fender and the body's protected, and the bumpers match the angles of the fenders. That is really nice. You got your receiver hitch there. That is cool. Look at this beefed up hinge for the rear door, because obviously you got a full-size spare on there. You're gonna have to have a stronger hinge. That thing is beefy. Look at that. I like it. And then over here, there's a rooftop tent I've never seen before. It says Motop. That is cool. I've never seen that before. I don't even know what the deal is, what's going on there. But essentially, it's a low-profile rooftop tent that pops up into like a teepee style, so you get a lot of headroom. And then you got these tracks here. Apparently, you can add stuff to those tracks, I'm guessing. I like it. I wish they had a ladder I can get up there and take a look around. Here, I'll just shove the camera up there. I like that style though, because it gives you a lot of headroom. And then this is cool, the cap. This looks like an extension. It gives you a couple inches more headroom above the normal roof line. And it's some type of synthetic. Oh, look even closer, look at this. So you bolt this onto your frames, and now you have a rail system to mount lights. Obviously they got a light mounted here. You could put a whole bunch of lights here if you wanted to. And then look at that. That's like a light bar, but not like a light bar I've ever seen before. This one's custom built specifically. Oh, I see, there's a rail system there as well. So you can mix it up. You want to put pods, you want to put a light bar, you want to put a combination of both. That's exactly what they did. You could put whatever you want. So now you're not stuck with just a light bar. You can put whatever you want up there. I like that. It's customizable. And then over here, Rugged Ridge stubby bumper. Looks like it's modular, so you can put bigger accessories out here or smaller, whatever you want to do. I like it. Very cool. And it's compact. See, that's the nice thing about the regular Jeep Wranglers, is they are pretty small and compact. So for the folks that want to stay compact and lightweight, still a good option. So here's a 4x4 off-road van that caught my eye here at SEMA. And I've never heard of these guys before. They're from Europe, from Germany actually. Hopefully I don't say this wrong, but it says right there, Egelhot Allrad. And they specialize in, I'm assuming they're specializing in the suspension and drivetrain, beefing these things up. Because this is the tallest lifted Sprinter van I've ever seen. Look how tall that thing is. I mean, it's really high. I've never seen one that high off the ground before. That's nice. So you obviously get more ground clearance with this kind of setup. And they got a bunch of other things going on too. Let me read off the board here what it says. So you get more ground clearance, a newly developed front axle differential with 100% lock, transfer case with permanent all-wheel drive, 50-50 power distribution front and rear, 100% transfer case lock. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, I can go on and on, but essentially, yeah, they beef up this Mercedes Sprinter van. So if you have any complaints about your stock Sprinter van, these are the guys to go to. They will beef your van up. So this caught my eye. There's a truck bed with a hard shell tonneau cover that's split open. So if you don't know, when you use a tonneau cover normally, it's just to lock and stow and hide stuff in the back of your truck bed, and that's it. You can't really use it to carry anything big like a motorcycle or help your cousin move her refrigerator or whatever. It's just, you're kind of screwed. You can't use it. But with this setup, here's a slider in the back. You put all your gear on here, camping gear, whatever, slide it all in there, close it all up, lock it up, it's all safe, right, for the most part. But if you, for whatever reason, want to carry a motorcycle, you could pop open your tonneau cover, and like a transformer, it cracks open right down the middle, and now you could use your truck bed like a normal truck. That is pretty cool. Never seen that before. And of course, they kind of set it up for overlanding with a tent on top. It's got some racks here for, they put fishing poles. I wouldn't do that, but you can put whatever there, and then obviously the bed slide for all your gear. I like it. Pretty cool. I'm guessing this is from Keystone Automotive Operations, because that's what it says right there on the side of the truck. Here's something that caught my eye that was very subtle and very small. You wouldn't normally notice this at SEMA, where everything's over the top. Ford F-150 Crew Cab. STX, by the way, is really cool. I like this truck. But what caught my eye were the wheels. You know, here at SEMA, everything has to be, you know, crazy expensive, crazy over the top. But what about the good old-fashioned vintage steel stamped wheels? You don't see that very often. And I like the stamped steel look. I just think it looks cool. It's old school. This is basically a brand new design though. They got bead locks on steel wheels. I've never seen that before. I mean, I've seen tons of steel wheels, but I've never seen bead locks on steel wheels. And apparently, according to the advertising up here, they're available in multiple sizes, 17 by 8, 17 by 9, and then different bolt patterns. Those are all the different bolt patterns. Heavy duty steel construction, powder coat finish. By the way, the website's called wheelvintiques.com. Looks really good. I like that stamped steel look. Here's a beautiful older Land Cruiser, and there's a lot of work in this thing. It doesn't look like it. I mean, it looks almost stock really, but there's actually a lot of work going on in this thing. I like the paint job, by the way. It's got like that brown or sand color. Manual locking hubs, Maxxis tires. It's really nice, clean. It looks like a ARB bumper, I believe. LED, rigid LED lights, 1 winch. Check out this link. I've never seen a link like this before. This must be a new link from Warren. Sidewinder link. Never seen one like that before. Interesting. I like that little rigid LEDs. So under the hood is where all the magic is on this Land Cruiser though. So they took out the old original Land Cruiser engine, Toyota engine, and swapped in some type of Chevy V8. Just a naturally aspirated Chevy V8. Reliable, tried and true, nothing fancy. You got a cold air intake. I guess you call that cold air. I don't even know if that's really considered cold air, but it's definitely protected. The intake filter is completely protected. That's interesting. I've never seen a setup like that before. By the way, this is by Profit Resurrection Land Cruisers, and they specialize in rebuilding and making Land Cruisers look badass. Let's see an ARB compressor in there. Everything on this thing has been resurrected, so to speak. That's their motto. But this is nice. Look at this rooftop tent here. They got a easy on roof rack, and then there's a really overbuilt, tough-ass looking rooftop tent by a company called Camp King Industries. That's nice. It's got that TP style, but it goes one step further with this pop out here. It's like almost like a little mini awning. That's nice. And you got a traditional awning over here. This is cool. Look at this. Custom bumper in the back with this cool ladder rack system, so you can get up in your tent or get up on top of your roof. And if you didn't have a tent, here's that ARB It's like a new age jack, high lift jack. I've been seeing that around now quite a bit. Roto packs for fuel, full size spare. This is cool. Look at this truck vault in the back. Lock up all your stuff. That's nice because you can put all your stuff in here and then lock it. You don't have to worry about someone breaking in for the most part. I mean, you can still break in, but it would take some work. I like these old Land Cruiser truck bed kind of flip down tailgate setups. That's nice. It's got some LED lights in there too. This is really clean. I like the 80s brown interior. they kept it old school. Look at that. Even the original steering wheel. So cool. Love it. Here's an SUV that I have actually never seen before. This is a Volkswagen Atlas, I believe it's called. Full-size SUV. Obviously, it's all-wheel drive. This one's been, you know, basically set up for overlanding. So it's got a little bit of a lift. Got some cool-ass wheels. I don't know if those are real beadlocks, but they are KMC. Maybe those are their new KMC beadlocks, because I know they just showed off some new wheels here at SEMA. That's nice. Didn't go crazy with the bumper. It's got the factory bumper, but they drilled some holes and attached a light bar to the frame. And they put some Baja design pod lights up front. This is cool. This tent is actually really cool. I've seen this before, but I don't know if this is a newer version. It's made by Adventure Trailers. It's the Nemo, kind of like a flip pack kind of style. So this whole thing accordions over and flips over to a nice little compact rooftop tent. So it's aerodynamic and low profile for the most part. But then when you get to where you're going, you undo the latches and just bloop, it flops over, and you got this gigantic tent that could literally sleep 4 people up there, 2 on this side and 2 on that side, and it's fully supported with these rods that go right into the front of your car here. So it's very stiff. You don't have to worry about this thing flopping around. That is nice, man. Then of course you got an awning to stay out of the rain or the sun. This is a nice, you know, I really never really considered Volkswagen as an option, but this specific SUV actually looks pretty nice. And then of course Wilco off-road. That hitch mount for the full-size tire. Oh, this guy's got an LED light back here by Baja Designs. So this thing slides away so you can get access to the rear of the vehicle. They put a Pelican case back here. That's cool. This thing's kind of like universal. You can put anything you want back here. Fuel packs back there. Oh, look at that. He's got a Wi-Fi camera back here. Look at that. I believe that's a Wi-Fi camera. So you can see what's going on back here. I like it, man. Good job, Volkswagen. Check out this old Land Cruiser. This one's almost bone stock. That is nice, man. Body on frame design, leaf spring suspension, solid axles. They look like the stock axles. Nothing fancy there. Look like it even has stock wheels, stamped steel wheels with hubcaps. I'm assuming underneath those hubcaps is the locker. You can lock them out. ARB front bumper. Oh, look at that old school winch with the cable. Ooh, better watch out. That thing snaps, it'll cut your head off. Look at this. So apparently this thing, you could take off this fiberglass cap, take it off like a Jeep, and then fold this windshield down. Look, I see hinges here. Who would have thought that Toyotas used to fold windshields down just like Jeeps back in the day? Oh, look at that. It's right-hand drive, so this is from another country. Maybe Australia, maybe? It's hard to say. The old shit grab bar right there. Here's your rooftop tent that just claps onto the gutter rails. Front runner rack. He's got a Auto Home, what is that? Maggiolina Extreme rooftop tent. This is a European really expensive stuff. I've seen these guys before, but it's cool because it's super simple. Just pop it straight up. You don't have to worry about flopping it one way or another. Just go straight up. Old school jerry cans in the back. I don't think that's going to stop anybody from stealing them. Oh, the cable will, but not the tie down straps. That's just to keep them flopping around. Swing away style. Barn doors. Gotta love the barn doors. I don't know the model of this one. I'm not a, I don't know everything about these things, but it says ZX on there. So if you're a Land Cruiser expert, let me know what model this is. I like those slider windows. I wish they would make slider windows on newer models. They just don't do that anymore. Front runner cargo boxes. There's an old school cooler. I don't think this is electric. It's just a cooler. It might be electric. Maybe it is. I see some kind of contraption over there. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's got a roll cage though. They took out the seats in the back. It's nice. So I checked these guys out at SEMA before. This is air beds. So if you have a truck and you just want to sleep in the back of your truck, forget all the rooftop tents and all this crap. It's really expensive, trailers and all this crap. You just want to do it simple. Just throw an air bed in the back of your truck and just sleep back there. That's why I always laugh when people say, oh, I need this and I need that. You know what you need is a safe place to sleep. It's off the ground, out of the mud and dirt, sand, whatever. You're in the back of your truck bed. I used to sleep in the back of my truck bed all the time in Hawaii. But yeah, and it's cheap. Even if this thing was like $250 bucks, that'd probably be the best $250 you ever spent, because you're gonna sleep like a baby back here. That's nice. I like that. And then they have little inserts that you can put inside here to make it really comfortable and fit perfectly. And of course they have a electric fan to pump it up. You don't even have to worry about it. Just pop it in there and air it up. I actually interviewed these guys, I think last year, so if you want to see the detailed video on that, you can watch that video. But then they go a step further. They got a rooftop tent. That's cool. Is the tent your guys' as well? Yeah, I remember that last year. You guys were, I think we talked about that last year.
Yeah, they just came out last year.
Nice, nice. Very cool. And then this must be the granddaddy of all of them, like the biggest one you make, right?
Yeah, the biggest one, the biggest soft top that we make.
Oh, you guys make a hard shell as well? Oh wow, you guys are really doing it big. Nice. Very cool. Home, right? Yeah, I like that. So this is obviously what, for like 3 people? Or 4?
3 to 4.
Oh wow, that's cool.
You can go inside.
Yeah, let me go take a look inside here. So this is nice because if you have a family of, I have a family of 5 personally. I got 3 kids. This is perfect. I can fit mommy and daddy upstairs, maybe put a kid downstairs on the bed, put the little baby up here with us too. And this rig here literally could fit everybody. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, actually it would. It'd fit about 10 people.
Yeah, this is perfect. You just set up, roll up and you got everybody covered. That's cool. So this, what do you call this? Vestibule kind of deal?
Annex room.
Annex room. That's cool. And it's pretty beefy down here. You don't have to worry about getting holes in it. It's pretty thick.
Very, very durable.
I like that. Let's look inside here. If you go up this ladder, they got a telescoping ladder here. Look at that. That's a lot of room up there. So mommy and daddy can fit up here easily. Maybe one or 2 other kids if they're small enough. I like the fact that there's like a skylight up there. You can unzip that and actually pop your head out and stand up and look out the top. That is cool. I'm assuming you can unzip that and stand up and look out the top, could you?
Yeah, you could.
That is cool. I like that. So if you're at an event like a concert or a race or something, you could just pop your head out and look around. Yeah, I like that. This is nice. So how much is the tent by itself if you just got just the rooftop tent, roughly, ballpark?
The tent starts, the MSRP on it is about $19.99.
Oh, okay. So
and the annex room is $2.99.
Another $2.99. So yeah, that's cool. You can get into one of these for just around $2,000, and that's really what the going price is with a lot of these. I notice is about that price. So yeah, I like it. Yeah, look at this. The way this truck is set up, you could fit 10 people. 2 there, 3 or 4 here, and 2 more up there. And then you got another spot here for another kid. If you got a 10-year-old, they could probably fit right here. That's nice. See how there's a bladder right there that kind of fills that footwell space, so If you're short enough, you can sleep right there, or you can put a dog there too. I don't know. Very cool. I like it. Affordable. See, this is how you go overlanding affordable. Just the truck bed is enough to get you out. And if you want to spend a little extra money, $1,900 get you the rooftop tent. That's cool. I like it. So here's another one of those adventure trailers that kind of, you know, fits in that category of micro adventure trailer. It's tiny, very small. It's just enough to carry the essentials, and that's it. So your electric fridge, some water, some food, your stove, camping gear, and then on top is where you sleep, right? Good enough for 2 or 3 people up top. Got an awning so you can stay out of the elements, out of the sun, whatever. All packed up, ready to go in your garage at a moment's notice. You just drive up, hook up, and get out of town. That's nice. This one's by Spinnybuilt. Nice Jeep, by the way. But yeah, it's just simple. So if you're into these micro campers, I don't want to call them teardrops because they don't even look like teardrops anymore. I call them micro campers. If you're into these, this one here literally has like everything. I mean, it is bristling with so many gadgets. Let's see if we can spot them all. So at the core of it, this is Off-Grid Trailers Expedition 2.0. This is like their flagship, like top of the line model. Obviously, this thing's really pricey. I'm guessing this thing is in the $30,000 range. Of course, beefy steel frame, awesome suspension. You know, it's overbuilt for sure. But let's look at some of the stuff. Full-size spare on the front of the tongue here. Fully articulating hitch there. Looks like it's got a porta potty here if you got to go poo. There's your power bank right there. LED lights. Here's your hot water on demand. There's your propane. Outdoor shower when you're done with the day and you want to clean up. Got some privacy. Rooftop tent for the kiddos upstairs, and then probably mom and dad down on the bottom. This is cool. I actually really like this. These things just fold out and you got yourself a nice place to take a hot shower, or even go poo if you got to go doo-doo, pee-pee, all that good stuff. In the back, storage boxes. I like that that departure angle. That's kind of cool. Most of these are just square boxes. This has a cool departure angle for going off-road. Stabilizers. Here's your slide out. Oh, this is the flip down stove. That's cool. You got water stove here. Flat fenders for using as a tabletop.
Without the rooftop tents.
Cool storage. Look at this. It's all made out of metal. There's no synthetic in here. It's all metal.
Hot water shower.
And I'm sure they use automotive glues and adhesives to put it all together. Really nice. Look at that thick mattress. That's really nice. And then of course they got a awning. Big old awning. 23.0. That thing is huge. Wraps all the way around. Almost all the way around, huh?
Almost all the way.
Almost all the way around, yeah. And then of course they got an electric fridge here. This is a big one. This is a Dometic. Yeah, very nice. Those are very efficient from what I hear. But that's just a quick fly around of off-grid trailers. It's got everything you could ever need. Basically off-grid, like the name says. You could live off-grid on this thing. Very cool. Introduce yourself to the world. Tell us what you got.
Hey campers, Justin from 23.0, and what we're looking at is our new LST fabric tent. This has been released now for a couple of months in the States, and I want to tell you a little bit about it and what makes it different, what makes it better. There's a lot of small stuff. I could spend the next 25 minutes going over those small details, but we're just going to cover a couple of the bits.
Yeah.
The first one that we're going to look at is the inside of the material is actually coated black. Now what that does, it reduces the internal temperature by about 15 to 20 degrees.
The black reduces the temperature? You would think it'd make it hotter, huh?
If we turned it upside down and we put the black to the outside, it would absorb light, and you bet it would make it much, much hotter. By putting it on the inside, the testing that we did, we got our old model tent. I didn't pick on a tent that had a black roof. I went and picked on our own tent.
Yeah.
We got a temperature gun. We've got a video out there showing this as well. Hit the temperature gun, 111 degrees on our old tent, 90 degrees on the inside of this one.
Oh wow, so just the mere fact of flipping it is what really is the difference.
Yep.
Cool.
So this is actually a special 3-layer process. So it does a couple of things. It means that you can sleep in. Kind of important. I like to drink bourbon.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really like to drink bourbon.
Yeah.
Which means that I like to have a bit of a sleep in the morning. It allows me to do that. I don't wake up hot and sweaty. All right,
That's important.
That's one of the first ones. The second one is what I got in my hands. Okay, so essentially what you're buying here is a bed. Tent on the top is important, it keeps you dry, but it's a bed. This was our old foam, 3-inch. You can't feel it, so you're gonna have to work with me and see it. And we're gonna stick this on the table.
Yeah.
They're both 3-inch. This is our new rebound foam, and I'm just gonna press the top of it for a minute. And what I want you to see is what happens and how long the recovery from side to side goes. Now we're not talking a big difference because I haven't done it for long. It's gone, my handprint is still disappearing. So this actually responds and rebounds much faster. So as you turn in the night, especially if you're a side sleeper, your hips aren't going to hit the bottom of the tent after 15 or 20 minutes. Now I'm not picking on anyone else's foam because there's a whole bunch of different stuff out there.
Sure.
So our old one versus our new one, this is better again, a new rebound foam.
Nice, nice.
If you poke your head up inside there, you'll see we've got the lights on now. We're at SEMA. You can see it's pretty bright out here. Inside there without the lights, you wouldn't even see the back wall of the tent.
Completely blacked out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
Another important thing for sleeping in, you don't want to be woken up by the sun or the heat. Very cool. I might have to get your tent because I've been shopping around for rooftop tents.
Yep.
I moved to the Tahoe area, Reno, Tahoe.
Oh, you got a good spot.
And I'm going to do a lot of camping. And you're totally selling me on your guys' tent, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I could spend the next 20 minutes showing a whole bunch of other details in there that we do. But they're two of the key ones that really make a difference to how the tent's going to make you feel. And it's really hard for us to show. People say, have you got a picture of it? Oh, I'm going to show you a picture of a black inside. Like, how do you show that off?
You can't show that off, yeah.
So that's why we put the lights up, so
nice.
you get a better idea.
This is yours as well, too, right?
So we do, this is our new Peregrine 270 awning. You're lucky enough that you're actually seeing the new light suppression as well. So, now, this is going to be really hard to show, and again, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best to help you out and show you. Okay. I'm going to turn my my trusty iPhone light on. Now, I'm going to drop this onto the top. Okay. Lights on.
Right here.
There we go.
Right there. And you cannot see that light coming through.
Nothing at all.
That's awesome.
So this is not only light suppression, it's also UV suppression as well. So it's treated with a 3-layer process. So this has just arrived. This is our 5-arm awning. It covers 19 feet from front to back.
Woo.
Super easy to put up.
This is almost like a must-have now. I mean, because getting out of the sun or the rain, I mean, this does the job great, man.
UV, the weather, that's the part that's going to mess you up most. So if you protect yourself from those elements, on the edge of this, you'll see it's got a zipper.
Oh, you can put walls.
Allows us to attach some walls.
So
we can close this whole thing up.
Nice.
Yep.
And I noticed it's strong enough to stand up without poles, but you do have poles, right?
There is poles attached to it. So if you put your walls in,
you're gonna need the poles down.
Keep the pressure up.
And they're just, if you look right here, guys, they're right here it is. You can see right here, it's just Velcroed in here. It's just Velcroed up if you don't want to use them. Very cool. Here's a truck camper right here for about the 40. I think this one's 49,000 equipped, but this is a high-end truck camper. So I figured I'd show you guys what you can get for 49,000 bucks if you're looking for a high-end true four-season truck camper. So this one's made by Northern Light. If you don't know these guys, they're famous for making very lightweight truck campers. And the reason why is because the top shell, see that line right there? The top shell is fiberglass, and it's, I guess, almost like glued and welded to a bottom fiberglass shell. So there's really no opportunities for leaks because the entire upper shell is like the roof and it's all one piece. So super lightweight. I'll get the weight here in a second, but yeah, let's take a look at a lightweight fiberglass truck camper that has everything and the kitchen sink. I mean, this is basically a house on the back of your truck. The truck itself, by the way, is a full-size Ford F350. Oh, this is a limited. So 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel, crew cab, It's got a lift kit. The suspension has to be beefed up to carry a camper like this. I'm pretty sure they beefed this one up. I'm not sure if it's stock. I can almost guarantee it's not stock because this is SEMA. So they beefed up the suspension to carry more weight in the back. But it's got a bunch of cool accessories on here to strap this thing down onto the truck. Let's take a look on the inside though first. So they got here's the first thing I noticed. You get this, it's almost like a boat. You get this big deck on the back, and this step system folds up when you're traveling, and you fold it down when you get to where you're going. And then inside here you got a grab handle, door, typical like you'd see on most campers, door with a screen, ladder to go to the roof. There's your awning that's electronic. And then on the inside, it's amazing how much room you actually get in these things compared to, like, say, a teardrop trailer. This one's got carpet in here. It's like a house, man. Look at this. So you get a toilet. It's a wet bath. And that's going to go to a black tank, obviously. That is a little sink, so you can brush your teeth and wash your face. And then, of course, you have a shower. And you got a two-way fan up top, LED lights. It even has a shower curtain to keep the water from spilling out into the living area over here. Toilet paper's covered so you don't get it wet. There's a towel holder. Basically a fully functional bathroom. Over here you got a side dinette. This is not a slide out. And to be honest, the way it's set up, you kind of don't really need it. It's pretty spacious as it is. 3 people can fit here. Maybe you can have 2 kids over there. Those Dometic dual pane acrylic windows, those are nice. You can crack them open when it's raining and the rain won't come inside, but you can still get air coming through. LED lights. Nice ceiling. Probably helps for keeping it quiet and insulated. This thing is insulated for true 4-season camping. And then here's your freezer. It's a Dometic. These guys are known for very efficient power draw. I don't know how many cubic inches that is, but it's decent. And then over here, how do you open it? There we go. Here's your closet for your jackets and stuff like that, clothes. There's your furnace. Keep this place nice and warm. There's your battery cutoff if you want to store the vehicle without the battery draining stuff. Here is your solar controls. There's your awning controls. And a couple more stuff that I don't really know because I'm not a rep. Furrion stove. That's cool. It's a 3-burner stove with an oven. Nice. There's all your storage. It even has a little storage here. There's your drawers. Storage down there. Nice big sink. That's cool. I really like when they put big sinks. You know, it's hard to wash a pot in a really small sink. So that's nice. And then you can use this as a prep area too. I like this wood. That's nice. Oh, there's a microwave hidden in there. A little tiny one. I like it. There's your entertainment system. I'm sure that's a combination. It's got to be a DVD and CD player. And you got your cigarette lighter inputs, your 110s. This is nice. More storage right there as well. It's a pass through to the truck. And then where the magic happens. This is basically like an RV size queen. 2 adults, no problem. Storage on each side. TV over there. LED lights. And you even have a skylight. This is nice, man. Let's take a look from this end. So this is what it looks like from the bed area. This is comfy. I mean, it's literally a house in the back of your truck. And I like this. What was the weight on this, by the way?
2785.
2785. So see how light that is? 2,785 pounds because it is made out of fiberglass. Nice, right? A little bit of a glamping kind of rig, but you know what? I like glamping, man. I won't lie. I like being comfy, especially on a 4-season rig. You know, when it's snowing outside, blizzard outside, raining, sleet, You could be tucked inside here at any camp spot you want, really, and just be comfortable as can possibly be. Now here's something that's interesting. Putco. I think I know them from LED lights, but it looks like they're getting into the truck rack game. Matter of fact, they have a Napier tent up here, which is cool because Napier never made a rooftop tent before either. But this is cool. Look, it's got channels in there, so you can mount pretty much anything anywhere you want. It's like extruded aluminum. It's nice and beefy, man. That looks strong. I like that. It's a low profile setup, so you can keep your tent on top without, you know, making too much drag on the wind when you're going down the road. This part's cool. Look at this. It has an attachment for a table. If you want to put your stove here, or maybe I don't know, your laptop, whatever. And they got these panels here for putting anything you want. You name it. It's very modular. And that Napier rooftop tent, I like it. I mean, I'm a big fan of Napier anyways. I've done a really good review on one of their truck tents that you attach, or SUV tents you attach to your SUV. But it's nice to see that they're getting into the rooftop tent game. Might have to give those guys a call, maybe doing a review on their rooftop tent. And I'm trying to absorb everything. There's a lot of stuff here. But one of the companies I really wanted to stop by and look at is Expedition One. Introduce yourself to the world.
Sarah, hello.
And tell us what you got.
All right, this is our Gladiator build here that we did for the SEMA show. And
This is the first Gladiator I've ever seen. There's like none here.
right?
Yeah.
But legit, in the Overland section, not as many. But we have this thing fully loaded up with all the options. It's got our front Trail Series style front bumper.
Let's take a look at it real quick. Let's get a good look. Yeah, you guys have been in the game for a while. Yeah.
The thing that's really cool about this bumper is it has height adjustable. So there's 2 height settings. If you have a wider fender flare,
Oh, I see, yeah.
it will fit on both the JL and JK.
Nice. Sliders, rock sliders.
Do the sliders, yep. This is a special edition with red powder coat on our tread plate.
Nice.
This is
Whose
our
is that?
Ultra Rack Expedition 1. Mule Equipment is one of our brands.
Oh, okay.
We're doing our racks.
I actually am not familiar with that. I didn't know that was your guys'.
This is us, yeah. And we have the special, gutter clamps that work with the Jeeps. We also have what we call our mid-length rack. So if you have the Freedom top, you want to get it off.
I like it.
We have 2 versions with a light bar cutout or without.
You know what I like about it? It's really low profile. Because some really sit high.
Yes.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
If you're already up off the ground, you're trying to save some of that height.
Cool.
To fit your garage.
And then moving to the back, what do we got here?
So this is our map system. This is different, like just super easy to access tool clamp for whatever kind of stuff you're carrying.
Pretty much anything you want to put on there, you can do it yourself.
Proprietary load bar system. So this is brand new. Our backy rack is what we're calling this, and this is to carry that rooftop tent, higher load capacity. This is a Free Spirit recreation tent, insulated, company pad inside. So
I see the silver material, so that keeps the heat out, right? Yeah, nice.
very nice, very comfortable. I was ready to nap up there. This is our dual swing out tire carrier system for the Gladiator. You may have seen these on a lot of our other products.
They're using them already.
Yes, we're keeping them out now.
Nice.
A lot of our different products so that you can access the tailgate, carry your stuff.
Yeah, I like that.
Shovel, demo shovel. This is a fridge from Expedition Outfitters. Slide system. Just super nice. We just have some more that airline.
Yeah.
Access. And then, of course, the one that everyone's the big attention getter.
This is what really caught my eye. Yeah. So let's back up a little bit. Bare bones.
Bare bones. Yes.
Single wheel trailer.
Single wheel trailer.
That is nuts. I've never seen anything like that.
Very innovative. Definitely one of its kind right now.
So tell the guys on YouTube here, what was the reason why the designer went this route?
Minimalist. He wanted
light and simple,
simple, easy. He designed it originally for his motocross bike, so he could carry 1 or 2. And then we kind of talked him into like, hey, let's come up with some more options, more stuff. And we wanted to do bikes for the show. got the Yakima racks on there and the Magnum electric bike, so we kind of had a cool setup going there. Yeah,
Nice.
it is definitely getting a ton
of attention. Yeah.
gas station, wherever we go, people want to come talk to us. So
That's cool,
Yeah,
man. I like
exciting.
it. Do you know how much it would cost to buy something like that if you're interested?
he is still kind of developing his pricing on it. I know some of the base model.
Oh, so this is super new. This is like
Super new. Yeah.
not even out yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. SEMA, one of those SEMA things where it's like it's coming soon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
I mean, he's ready to roll really close and maybe
okay.
tweaking a few final things, but
Nice. All right, so we'll figure
2,000, 2,500 range.
roughly. They're still figuring out prices, but
Yes.
yeah, roughly about $2,000. Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Right on. And like I said, you guys, it's made for super lightweight. It's not made for a whole lot of gear, but very slim, very light. Obviously, it fits in your garage, no problem, because it's so small. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. All right, so let's end this with a website.
Expedition1.com.
There you go, guys. Cool stuff at Overland Experience. I almost called it Overland Expo. Yeah, this is awesome. I love it. Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, here's a truck you don't really see too much in the Overland area, but this is a Titan V8 Pro 4X lifted 4x4 full-size truck. I like the Titans. They look cool. Matter of fact, I have a friend who has one, and he seems to like it. And this one's got a lot of cool stuff. Got that Lightner roof rack kind of system going on here. See how it has that support bar? That's kind of unique to them. And then their Lightner cargo boxes. Oh, it's locked. But yeah, they got their unique cargo box kind of set up. They're kind of squared off in the back so you can still store stuff back here. Looks like they got a decked system. Oh, look at that. Hydraulic or whatever, spring, maybe it's spring controlled, I don't know. It's got the deck system back there, Yeti cooler, inflatable stand-up paddle board. What is that? Decine, whatever, holder, whatever that is. Got some mat tracks up there. That's nice. But what really makes this Nissan Titan cool, in my opinion, nice rack, by the way. Very nice rack, low profile, by a company called Avatar. Never heard of them. Ball hall lights. But here's the cool part. Harrup, what is that? A supercharger? Yeah, look at that. Nice. That's probably good for an easy 100 to 200 extra horsepower, and who knows how much torque. Nice. So V8's already got some kick to it. You throw on a supercharger and you can get some real good power out of that thing, I'm sure. That's nice, huh? Here's a beautiful Toyota 4Runner. This is the Dometic 4Runner. I've seen this one before, but this time they're running looks like a Go Fast camper up top, rooftop tent. If you don't know about those guys, they make really gorgeous looking rooftop tents. Look at that engineering on that hinge. And they got these rails. You can put things pretty much anywhere. Real simple, low profile, and tough as hell from what I hear. Go fast. I mean, they're designed to be put on vehicles and you go fast with them and they survive. But yeah, this is a beautiful 4Runner, all blacked out. VTX wheels, got an awning here. Oh, look at that. They got a specialized, I believe that's the Levo, mid-drive system. I really want one of these, man. That's badass. It's basically like having a motorcycle. So if you want to go up hills without getting a heart attack, that's the way to go. And of course, they got their Dometic freezer in there. It's a CFX freezer. Yeah, this is cool. Look at that. It's got the dual zones. You can put freezer on one side and the regular cooler on the other. Check out my other videos on Dometic if you want to watch the full detailed video on these guys. Andrew.
What's up? How you doing?
You're going to
Andrew
show.
From Rubicon Expedition Products.
Let's see what you got, man. What's going on here?
So, found a need. Rooftop tents are awesome. They're great. They have a bunch of benefits. They're easy to sleep in because they got kind of a real mattress. They're weather resistant and they fold out really fast.
It's an outdoor bed, right? That's
Absolutely, outdoor bed, but not everybody wants to climb to the roof of their vehicle. So you have people with kids, dogs, disabilities, different needs.
Yeah.
So what we did is we built a hitch-based solution.
Now, there's a picture of it right there.
Yeah, so that's on the back in transit, and then we've got one over here. So we did.
That's crazy. I've never thought of putting a tent on a hitch.
Yeah,
that's
so
wild.
We built a rack for it, so we've got a couple of quick disconnects. Pull it out.
There's the legs. Those are some beefy legs too.
Yeah, man. Adjusted all four corners, so you can be on uneven territory. Just open this door. Set it down, level if need be. We don't make the tent. This is a 23-0 tent.
Those are awesome tents, by the way. I just did a video. I did a video on there. Those guys right down the way.
Yeah, no, they're man.
Boom.
Set out, fold it up, ready to rock and roll.
Perfect for the guy who doesn't want to climb all the way up on top of his roof.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. So we were just talking to a young lady who had a 100-pound dog. She doesn't want to carry it to the roof.
Boom,
so,
right in there.
Jump right in there.
That actually is logical. That makes sense. Yeah, very cool. Introduce yourself to the world and tell us what you got.
Hi everyone, I'm Todd with Topper Lift. What I have here is a product we reinvented, basically the topper clamp. A lot of frustration with the topper clamp is guys will try to load things in a pickup and they got that big drop lip and they think it'll fit but it'll miss by a couple inches. Well, what we did is we reinvented the topper clamp so you can raise and lower a pickup topper, and then we designed the hardware to fit all the trucks, from a little Toyota Tacoma to an F-350. It's universal. We did that for 2 years, hauling ATVs, lawn tractors, snowmobiles, washers, dryers, forklifting stuff in our trucks. Walk around our pickup, and then we realized we got kind of a nice space, then we created a camper package. The camper package universally fits all the trucks. It's double-walled insulated, has no seam window screens on all three sides. It folds up in under a minute, and it gives you kind of a nice travel light, move fast camper right in the back of your daily driver.
That to me is really unique because, you know, people are spending $20,000 for these rigs, which is great. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But you don't have to.
No.
You could, if you have because you use your existing cap, right?
Yep.
And just use your gear to make it even better.
Yep.
Right?
So,
Yeah.
like this is a disco bed, for example. This is just a
disco
top
bed.
half.
Yeah, I seen that at Sportsman's Warehouse.
Yeah, and you can have another bed underneath. We took like another example is like here's a pallet. It holds 12 bottles of whatever you want standing up. You basically can make that for free.
That's just the pallets you can find behind Walmart.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's basically creating your own tiny home.
Yeah.
One thing we like to do is add a secondary power pack.
Okay.
And that way you can run like heated blankets in your sleeping bag, or run a TV or light, or maybe a refrigerator or fan. And really a lot of that's available because modern technology making everything so low current.
You could go on YouTube and watch a video on how to build this. Because you could buy a Goal Zero, which is crazy expensive, or you could do what you did and you built this, right?
Yeah, this is actually made by a company called Bold North, and they make the power pack for you. You just add the battery, and then there's something else called All-In Charge. A lot of guys don't know this, but off your hitch, if you have a tow package, off your 7-way, your 1 and 9 o'clock pin is your alternator current. You can get an All-In Charge. You plug it in there, and it'll recharge.
What?
Yeah, it'll recharge your battery
that's
right here
cool.
off an Anderson connector, and then we're running the whole back of the truck independent of the truck starting battery.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Again, you know, now I wouldn't say low budget, but it's cost effective.
Cost effective.
Yeah.
If you buy our system, as long as we own the company and you own the system, we guarantee everything on the system, from the tenting to the lifts. We've been doing it 10 years. We're 5-star rated. We have 100% satisfaction. And once you have it, you won't go back.
I like that. And you know what's cool about this too is you get to where you're camping, boom, you can just hit a button and you're camping.
Yep.
Right? How many seconds is it to go up?
It takes about 30 seconds to cycle.
Yeah. Here's a Land Cruiser. I think I saw this before, but it's always cool to see it again. It's got that James Baroud tent, and it's kind of different than all the other tents because it has a little porthole. Yeah, a little porthole you can climb right through here and get into your tent. So you never have to get exposed to the elements. You come out of your little cocoon and come underneath your awning here. And that tent is huge, by the way. I think that's the biggest one they make. That's nice. Hard shell. Check out this beautiful Lance truck camper. They're calling this one the Altimeter. It's on a Ford F-350 crew cab, Platinum Edition. It's lifted with big tires, Icon suspension. Beautiful. Beautiful truck by itself, but that Lance camper is just amazing, man. 4-season camper. Look at the front end. It's got this like really durable, like synthetic cap on the front. Can take a beating with the trees and stuff if you're going through the forest. Insulated, of course. Yeah, that's nice. Oh look, he's got some kind of what is that, like a satellite up there? Cool. And of course it's got all the things that campers have, all the amenities, but this thing has solar as well, so you can go off grid. That's nice. Let's take a look inside the Lance camper. Thank God it has a grab handle because this sucker's way up there. Got the screens on the doors, keep the bugs out. Nice wood floor, or at least faux wood floor probably. Oh, look at that slide out. Like the dinette with the slide out. That's nice. Storage under the seats. This is beautiful. Man, this is really high end in here. This is glamping big time. Here's your toilet, sink, and shower with the two-way fan up there. Oh, it even has like a little skylight up there. Nice touch. Wow, that door's solid. There's your air conditioner on the roof. Bunch of storage all the way down. There's your heater. 3-burner cooktop. You got an oven for baking. Microwave up there, a little small one. More storage. Double sink. Little tiny sink. I can hardly wash anything with a little sink like that. I wish it was just one big one. Some power controls there. Entertainment system, TV. Nice big bed. Really big bed, actually. That's the nice thing about these Lance campers. They got really big beds. You can actually sit here and sit up if you're small enough, of course, and sit up in here. And of course there's an escape hatch up there if you want to get out the top. Sunroof. Freezer. A little tiny freezer. I wish that thing was a little bigger. And there's your fridge. That's nice, man. Let's get a view from this side. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Lance campers are definitely top of the line. And this one has a pop out or slide out.
Plus the generator, plus 400 watts of solar. I have power for literally months. Almost unlimited.
All right, guys, so there you have it. That was my walkthrough of the Overland Experience. I think it's awesome that SEMA has given all the manufacturers for Overland products their own space now under one roof down here, because they were kind of spread out before. They still are spread out. I think there's still more manufacturers over in the central hall, but for the most part, this is just really cool to see all these overlanding products all in one spot. That's really cool. All right, guys, so hit that like button to support my channel. I appreciate it. It helps me out a whole lot. Ring that notification bell so you guys can be notified when I post a new video. And of course, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the new Overland Experience at SEMA. What was your favorite setup? A ground tent, keep it simple. An air mattress in the back of a truck, keep it cheap. A rooftop tent, an adventure trailer, an adventure van, or top of the line camper truck. What's your style? Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.